It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the Buffalo Beauts, Dominique Kremer. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm doing good. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to play professional hockey?
Yeah, so I've been playing hockey for close to 20 years now, and once I graduated, or I was about to graduate from college, I knew that I just wasn't ready to be done yet, and I wanted to keep playing, and I still had such a love for the game, and I wasn't ready to let go, still not ready to let go. And so I was like, yeah, I definitely, if I have the opportunity to play professionally and get a couple more years under my belt, definitely wanted to pursue that.
What was it like playing with the Dominique IF team?
In Sweden?
Yes, in Sweden.
Yes. So it was awesome. I tell everyone who wants to play professionally, if you can play overseas, absolutely go do it. It is the most amazing experience ever. I love the people, the country. I love my teammates, and the team. I was on DIF or Ugarden, if you want to be specific, and it was a super fun team, super talented team, and just really fun to be a part of. And I definitely miss it out there and miss the people. But yeah, it's been really cool getting to play in different places professionally.
What was your time like in college playing collegiately?
I think college is probably, everyone always says it's the best 4 years of your life, and I really stand by that. I agree with that wholeheartedly, especially as far as Division I hockey is concerned. I think for women especially, Division I hockey, collegiate hockey is arguably some of the best hockey you'll experience. And, some of the most, what's the right word? I don't want to say professional because it's not professional, but in the professional in the sense of, having all of, your equipment provided for you and the structure of the games and like high quality coaches and everything like that. And I think Division I hockey, collegiate hockey, just gives you one of the best experiences that you can have as far as female hockey is concerned at this point in time. So definitely miss that as well.
What did you accomplish during your collegiate time?
So my first, one of my biggest accomplishments there was just my freshman year. So my first year there was actually the program's first year as a Division I program. So I've always been proud to say like I was a part of the original Merrimack Division I women's team and the inaugural team. That's always been something I've been like super proud of. And then as far as more personal, individualized sort of success, my first 3 years were solid, but I definitely came on stronger at the end in my senior year. I top scoring defenseman. I was one of the top scoring players on my team in general, and made third team all-star team for Hockey East. So a couple of accolades there for my senior year that really helped end on a high note for me.
What was it like getting drafted to the NWHL with the Connectitint Whales, but then going to the Sweden league?
Mm-hmm. So, it was super cool being drafted because honestly, my coach called me beforehand and was like, hey, some teams are interested, but I wouldn't really get your hopes up on being drafted. Most teams' draft picks tend to be goalies or forwards, and you being in defense is probably just not going to happen. So I wasn't really expecting it at all. And then my coach called me again, like a couple weeks later, and was like, actually, I take it back. I think Connecticut's super interested in you. And then to actually be drafted was just a really cool experience because, as cocky as it sounds, it's kind of nice to say, yeah, I was drafted. Like, it just sounds cool. So leagues in the US, kind of, there's like the PWHPA and the NWHL. And the year I graduated was when the PWHPA first kind of was created. And so there was kind of a boycott and stuff going on and a little like political stuff. And so I didn't really want to be involved in any of that. So I was like, I'm going to go to Sweden for a year. I'm just going to go overseas and get away while this all gets sorted out. And then I'll come back eventually. And that's obviously what I ended up doing. And it worked out pretty well.
Of course, whenever you came back from Sweden and knowing that Connecticut drafted you, did you have allegiance and did you have to like release your ties from Connecticut to go to the Buffalo Beauts?
No, I mean, because the draft, draft was the year before, and I'd already, I obviously didn't sign with them that year. I signed a contract with the team in Sweden, DIF, and then once my contract was up with them, I was kind of a free agent again, and so I was able to talk to any team I wanted, and the Beauts just made the most sense for me, so that's where I ended up going. What
was it like whenever you signed with the Buffalo Beauts?
It was really cool because it was because they had just changed GM, so you said you'll be talking to Nate, and he's fabulous, and I love Nate, and so I actually was his first official like signing, so it was kind of cool to just like be a part of that in a way, and I mean, I'd always said I loved playing in Sweden, but I did always want to come back and play in the States, so it was really cool to be back in my home country, playing for the Beauts, playing for Buffalo, and being a place I'd never really been before. Like I've been to New York and stuff, but I'd never really been to Buffalo. And so, and I'm all up for new places, new experiences, new people. And so it was cool to be closer to home too. Is always nice.
What was it like putting on that first professional jersey in Sweden?
Oh gosh, it was, I think it seems like so long ago now, even though it was only like a little over a year ago. But I mean, it was kind of emotional because I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. Like I'm doing something that a lot of people may not get the chance to do. And it felt like, okay, all this hard work I'd been doing up to this point had really paid off because, throughout my career, I've had a lot of ups and downs and stuff. And you always wondered, okay, am I in the right sport? Am I doing the right thing? Should I really be pursuing this? And to kind of get to the professional level is like, yeah, this is where I was meant to be. This is what I was meant to do. So it was like, so it's kind of an emotional experience, but obviously I just was super happy and excited to play more hockey and to be a professional game.
What was it like coming back to, of course, the NWHL and putting on that Buffalo Beauts jersey for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, that was really cool too. It was kind of an interesting experience with COVID and stuff. So it was, I mean, I was really nervous for that first game because I hadn't played an actual game for close to about a year, I think, by that point. And we were going to be on Twitch, which is like obviously not national television, but like people would be watching and stuff. So that first game, I was so nervous. Oh my gosh. Like the first period of that first game, I was terrible because I was so nervous. Like I was like scared to do anything. But as far as like, being in the Beauts jersey and stuff, it's always cool to represent an organization, and I have a lot of respect and a lot of love for the Beauts organization and the fans that are behind us. So it was really cool to kind of be like, yeah, I'm a part of this. So definitely a good experience.
What is a typical game day like for you for the Buffalo Beauts?
As far as like my routines are concerned?
Yes.
Okay. Well, depending on when the game is, we'll say like if it's the usual like nighttime game, like 5-7 p.m. Usually get up, eat breakfast, and then I'll probably have a nap at some point before pregame meal because I live for like pregame naps. And at some point, I usually try and do some yoga just to like get moving, get stretching, and then I have like a set music playlist that I listen to before the game, like in a certain order at a certain time. Like I'm a little little OCD about that. And, I have set things I like to do as far as like rolling out and stretching, and then a more dynamic warm up. And then just like getting ready and going on the ice. And pretty much once I hit the ice, I'm going, just kind of rolling with the punches.
What are some of your accomplishments with the Buffalo Beauts?
Honestly, I feel like I can't say I've had anything super notable, just because I've realistically only played in like 5 games for them, just because of their COVID season this past year. We only got to play like 5 games. But I mean, I guess I wouldn't say I have any big accolades with the Beauts that I can think of. But I mean, just like I said, being part of the amazing organization and, loving the team. And I felt like for, the games I was a part of, I did make an impact and I was helpful. So I guess in that sense, that would be kind of my accomplishments for the Beauts.
What was it like playing in Lake Placid?
Oh, it was really cool. I love Lake Placid. I'd been there a couple of years ago during the summer, and so it was kind of cool seeing. I'd been there in the summer. This time we were in the middle of winter, so it was really cool. Just like you look out your window and there's dog sleds like going on the little lake out there, and getting to walk around is just gorgeous. And obviously things got a little stricter as the week went on, as far as where you could go, what you could do. It kind of just got isolated in your hotel room with the COVID restrictions. But I mean, and getting to play in the 1980 rink is always it's just such a cool thing to think about, as far as, what happened there, and knowing the players that were on the ice, the miracle moment that happened there, and being like, wow, I'm skating on that same like rink and that same ice in a way. As they did. It's just really cool to think about. And I mean, the facilities are gorgeous too, and everything was pretty amazing. So I was like, I'll go back there in a heartbeat.
Who are some of your favorite players that you have played against?
Well, I mean, this past year was really cool, as far as I got to play against some of my really good friends from Merrimack. So on Toronto 6, one of their goaltenders, Sam Ridgewell, and then one of their top forwards is Michaela, we call her Bucky, Grant Mentes. And it was really cool getting to play against them, because I'd never played against them before. I'd always been on the same team as them. So I loved playing against them for that. And it's always fun little rivalry there. And then, I mean, this past year, playing against Boston's really fun. I mean, I kind of hate them because they're just like really good, but they're so fun to play against because they have a lot of skill and they're really fast. And that's right up my alley as far as an opponent is concerned. So honestly, all of Boston, I kind of enjoy playing against. I hate it, but I love it. Love-hate relationship.
What's it like playing with your teammates with the Kersey twins?
What's it like playing with the Kersey twins?
Mm-hmm.
Kersey twins? Well, not twin sisters, but I mean, unfortunately, I really didn't get to play with Taylor at all, just because she unfortunately wasn't able to come to the tournament because of her job. But playing with Hunter Hunter is just like hardworking, like all in type of play, like grinder, and I love that. And so she's fun to play with, just in that sense. And like her personality is hysterical. Like she always had me laughing so hard. So yeah, she's just like, she's so fun on and off the ice. So I really can't say enough good things about her.
What are some of your future plans moving forward?
I mean, I want to keep playing hockey for as long as I can. So at least one more year. We'll see where this year takes me and kind of go from there. But like I said, as long as I'm playing hockey, I'm happy.
What advice would you give upcoming college players looking to play college hockey?
I mean, if you're looking to play Division I college hockey, you definitely need to be prepared that it may be a lot higher intensity and time consuming than you may be used to, depending on, what team you're coming from. So kind of be prepared that like it's not always going to be super easy and fun, but it's going to be worth it. And honestly, as cheesy as it sounds, cherish those 4 years because they go by so fast. And as soon as they're over, you're already just like missing it so badly. You just want to be back playing in those games with that college jersey. And, you take so much pride in that because you come so attached to your team and to your college, and you want to represent them well. And so, obviously coming to Division I hockey, just, be ready to make that commitment and make the most of it because it goes by like that.
What advice would you give upcoming professional hockey players?
So for professional, I would say definitely make sure that, you really love the game and you're willing to make it work no matter what it takes. Just because unfortunately women's hockey right now, you can't make a living off of it. So especially in the NWHL, I mean, me and all my teammates all had full-time jobs. So like it gets tiring. You're working a 9-to-5 job or whatever, and then you're getting off and you're coming to the rink to do a workout and then skate after that. And then you drive home, go to bed and do it all over again the next day. So you definitely have to, be aware that it's a big commitment and, it's going to get tiring some days. You're going to wonder why you're doing it. But if you really, truly love the game, I tell everyone, if you love the game, like playing professionally is worth every second of of the days when you're wondering why I did this.
Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
So, the only real social media I have is Instagram, and my Instagram handle is, what is it? I don't even remember. Yeah, so it's at Dom Kremer 13. So if you sauce me a follow, I'll definitely follow people back.
Thank you again, Dominique Kremer, for your interview, and best of luck with the Buffalo Beauts in this upcoming year.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Dominic, for your interview, and best of luck.
Thank you.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.